Hey everyone, it's Garrett. If you're looking for a powerful way to manifest your desires and transform your life, you're in the right place. I'm about to reveal the law of assumption and explain why your current circumstances don't matter when manifesting your dreams. Now, I understand that many of you may face challenges and different obstacles, but don't worry, because today I will share the key to unlocking your true potential through the law of assumption. Now, before I get into much more detail, recently I put together a free cheat sheet with the most powerful and effective ways to structure affirmations, which is a super powerful way to actually apply the law of assumption, which I'll touch on a little bit later. You can literally just fill in the blank with that specific guide and create your own affirmations super fast. Just click the link below to get free access. Now, let's explore the law of assumption in depth. So the law of assumption is a lifestyle and a spiritual concept introduced by renowned spiritual teacher and author Neville Goddard. Now, according to the law, assumptions create our reality regardless of the circumstances we currently find ourselves in. This means that what we believe, what we imagine, what we feel and tell ourselves to be true will eventually manifest into our lives. Now, that's just a basic summary of the law of assumption, but we must take a deeper look at the law to understand it fully. Now, the basic premise of the law of assumption is that whatever you consistently assume to be true in your mind will manifest in your reality. In other words, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings, your emotions can shape your experiences, your outcomes, and your circumstances. According to the law of assumption, if you hold positive, empowering beliefs, inevitably you will attract positive experiences and opportunities. Think of it as having reality warping powers. Now, this is just the basic premise of the law of assumption. Next, let's consider the role of beliefs and emotions with this law. So beliefs and emotions play a really important role in the law of assumption. Our beliefs act as the foundation of our thoughts, generating corresponding emotions. Now, some other teachers believe that our emotional state, fueled with our thoughts and beliefs, emit a vibrational frequency that attracts similar frequencies from the universe. So you can manifest your desired reality by consciously shifting your beliefs, which will lead to new emotions to align with your desires. In other words, what you think is what you get. Now, another thing we may consider is that when it comes to the law of assumption, the power of visualization and intention is very important. Now, visualization is a tool that you can use when it comes to the law of assumption. This is basically where you just imagine a scene in your mind, implying that you already have the wish fulfilled. Another powerful way is affirmations, which I'll touch on a little bit later. Now, apart from these specific tools, you also need to set clear intentions and know what you desire to attract and manifest. See, when you actually apply certain tools to build the belief of what it is you want, this will send a strong signal to both your subconscious mind and the universe. Now, according to the teachings of the law of assumption, this focused attention and intention creates a magnetic pull that will help manifest your desires. Your reality will literally conform to your held beliefs. Now, why does circumstances not matter? If a single phrase captures the entire concept of the law of assumption, it's that circumstances really do not matter. But why, right? Why don't circumstances matter? Let's take a look at the reasons right now. The first reason the law of assumption gives us is that your internal reality, including your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, is the primary determinant of your external reality. This means that what exists in your mind is the actual reality. So to take it a step further, the law of assumption says that your external circumstances are nothing more than a reflection of your internal state. So what is happening around you right now is based on the beliefs that you're holding. With this realization, the law of assumption then advises that instead of being controlled by external circumstances, you should take responsibility for your thoughts and beliefs to create the desired reality you choose. Now, the teachers and students of the law of assumption also believe that circumstances don't matter because imagination is more powerful and causative than the physical world itself. They believe that your mind is the creator. In fact, the law of assumption is entirely based on the idea that we are one with God and that God is in our imagination. Now, because our imagination is God, we have the power to create anything we can imagine, and nothing is impossible for us. You have the power to determine whatever goes on in your life, and you can use the law of assumption to achieve any goal or purpose you desire, regardless of your current circumstances. You just have to start occupying the assumption, the feeling, the belief that your desire is already a current reality. And you can literally start to rewrite the programs that are inside of your subconscious mind. Now, another reason that circumstances don't matter is that circumstances are only molded after the fact to match your assumption and not vice versa. In other words, your assumption precedes and shapes the manifestations around you, not the other way around. Circumstances have no inherent meaning or power outside of what meaning you consciously assign to them. So for example, let's say you're driving your car down the road and a car cuts you off, right? Literally, a car just gets ahead of you. Now, whatever meaning you give that neutral situation will dictate what effect you get out of that. Now, for example, in this basic scenario, you could say, oh, that person's so stupid, they cut me off, right? That is a meaning. Or you could say, wow, that person's going really fast. Maybe they have somewhere important to go, right? In this very simple example, whatever meaning you give, that will dictate what result you have. And it's not built in. You create the meaning. Now, you can do this yourself. Let's say you're someone that wants to appear more attractive. You want a belief that maybe you're a handsome person, or if you're a girl or a woman, you want to be more beautiful. You want to have the belief that I am a beautiful person. Well, you can start to create the meanings as you go about your life. So let's say you go down the street and someone holds eye contact with you. Well, that experience is neutral. But what I would do if I want to change my belief into something that I am very handsome, for example, I could tell myself, oh, that person was checking me out, right? Now, again, it's not built in whether the person was checking me out or maybe they just thought they knew me. But either way, because I want to build this belief, I will now put the meaning that I want, and over time, that meaning will become habitual. Now when people look at me, I'll just believe it's because I'm handsome, right? So again, you want to start to, as you move about your life, create the meanings that you want, create the assumptions, and you can do this all day long. While the law of assumption emphasizes the power of thoughts and beliefs, it also highlights the importance of taking inspired action. So what it suggests is that by aligning our thoughts with purposeful actions, we can create the conditions for our desires to manifest. Now, this action is not driven from lack or desperation, but rather by a sense of alignment and trust in the process. So if your circumstances don't matter and only your thoughts and imaginations do, how can you change your internal assumptions to change your reality and manifest your desires? The first way to do this is what I like to call changing your mental diet, right? This means really monitoring your thoughts and redirecting any negative or doubtful thoughts back to the positive. You have to develop a healthy mental diet if you're going to change your current circumstances. Now, one great way that I love doing this is anytime a negative thought comes to my mind, I just say cancel, cancel, cancel. And it's like you're canceling out a computer program, or you're canceling out a certain thought, right? So I do that all throughout the day. Anytime something affects me, it's like cancel, cancel, and then I'll replace it with the positive. So for example, let's say I want to be more confident, right? I remember some years back, that was an affirmation of mine. That was a belief I was trying to build, was to be more confident. Well, anytime I had a thought like, oh, these people aren't gonna like me, I would cancel. I would say to myself, cancel. People love me. I'm confident. People love me. I'm confident. Things like that, right? So cancel out the negative and then replace it with a positive. Now, like I said earlier, one of the best ways to do this is by using affirmations. Affirmations are incredibly powerful. What you need to be aware of is, what are you saying? See, a lot of people think affirmations are just a time where you sit down quietly in the morning or at night and you repeat certain phrases. And yes, that's true, but you're doing affirmations all day long. Every time you talk to your friend on the phone, whatever you're saying is an affirmation. When you're in the shower and you're thinking to yourself, that's an affirmation. So you want to be very careful. You're not affirming anything that's not what you want. Instead of saying things like, oh, it's only getting worse, or I can't do this, decide to repeat short, present tense statements of your desired assumptions already being true. So for example, if you want wealth, you can say, I am happy and prosperous, right? If you want to be more successful, I am successful. People love me. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am confident. My bank account continues increasing, right? You want to say these with repetition. You want to say these throughout the day. You can say this in the shower. You can say this, when you're in the bathroom, washing your hands, looking at yourself in the mirror. I am amazing. I am just constantly do this. Now, it does not matter what religion you follow, whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you or Buddhist. Everyone in every religion agrees that whatever you think, that's what you will get, okay? So the law of assumption is not some crazy thing. It's been around for years. And you can do visualization, you can do script writing, you can do affirmations. It's all just believing what it is you want. It's practicing techniques to help yourself build the belief. Now, I'm going to cover a lot more techniques on my channel to actually start building that belief, but that is the real goal, because once you believe it, then your reality will reflect that inner belief. So the hardest part, so to speak, is just building that belief. Now, before I get into the last powerful tip on why circumstances don't matter and how to really apply the law of assumption very easily, if you want my template to easily and effortlessly create tons of affirmations personal for you, so you can go ahead and start building the right beliefs, be sure to click the first link directly below and get access to that totally free cheat sheet. The last main tip I want to share in this specific video is cultivate a habit of being grateful. See, a lot of people, when they want to change their beliefs, when they want to change their desired state, they're very ungrateful, right? Very desperate. They're very just coming at it from a very lack emotion, a very lack state. And this is going to be reflected in your results. You want to be very grateful. Start to focus on what you have already. If you want to write a gratitude list, before you go to bed, you can write 10 things that you're grateful for, and it can change from day to day. And it doesn't have to be big things. You can write down, I'm so grateful for my apartment. I'm so grateful for my friend. I'm so grateful for the money that I do have, right? When you start to become grateful, you'll start to see more and more evidence of these things, and that will build your belief, because your beliefs are based on evidence. And when you start creating this evidence by focusing on what you're grateful for, by giving meaning to situations that are neutral, right? Again, if you want to be more handsome, or if you want to believe you're beautiful, start to associate. Anytime someone looks at you, man, I'm so beautiful. These people just keep staring at me. I'm so handsome, right? Whatever you want to believe, use that evidence for your good, and you will start to really change your circumstances, even though they don't matter, to achieve the results you want. So there we have it, my friend. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you got a lot of value. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. It tells me to make more. Also subscribe to the bell icon. I have a lot more training, techniques, different methods. I've been studying this stuff for years, and I really want to help you simplify so you can attract what you want. Also, be sure to get the guide down below with the affirmations template. I really think you're going to like that. Last but not least, be sure to click this video here if you want to get taken to a playlist with much more training. And until next time, I will see you on my next video.